Hey, what's going on? It's North Country Kev. Just got to the White Mountains in New Hampshire. We're going to be doing some hiking and camping this weekend. Going to hit Cannon Mountain, North Kinsman, and South Kinsman, and be sleeping at Kinsman Pond for the night. On the way in, I did notice some snow up top on the mountains, and it's pretty cold out and raining, so we'll see how it is, but let's get going. All right, got all geared up, heading up now. Yeah, this trail definitely looks a little less traveled than that other one. Just ran into a guy coming down. He said it looked like full-blown winter up top. Even though it's May 2nd, definitely some signs of snow. Wow, yeah, it's definitely starting to get snowy. It's not that cold out though, luckily, and I think it's only supposed to get down to 30 tonight, so should still be okay. Just made it to an intersection. We're gonna go to the High Cannon Trail. This trail is definitely technical and the conditions definitely don't help. It is very dense back here with a mixture of rock and ice left over from the season, but gonna take it slow and continue to get up there. Hey, at least the views are great today. Wow, I mean, this is just like rock climbing at this point. All right, just got to the top. I'm at the tower. It took about 2 hours. I think it was a little over 2,300 feet of vertical, a little under 3 miles. Looks like the sun's trying to come out. All this ice is falling off the tower though, a little dangerous. Yeah. So, I don't know, might go check out the ski mountain. Looks like you can start to see it down there a little. Definitely clearing up though.
What I get for like taking a shortcut? That is the mountain.
All right, there wasn't that many people up there. Not great views. I really do want to see the ski mountain. Doesn't look like there's anyone over here. No tracks. All right, I gotta head back up to the fire tower, make some lunch quick, then get over to Kinsman Pond. Don't think I'll have time for North and South Kinsman today, so probably gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah, you can ski this. Just boiled some water, put it in this. These things are pretty good, and it's pretty filling too, so. That's gonna be my lunch. Got another one of these for dinner tonight as well as breakfast tomorrow. All right, this next part is pretty treacherous, so I'm gonna put my spikes on. All right, all good to go, packed up. I think it's a pretty long way over to Kinsman Pond, so not sure how long it's gonna take. I know the trail is treacherous, but let's get going. I don't know if you can tell how steep it is, but oh my God, this is a very steep trail. The Cannonball so far are a lot steeper than I thought. All right, got down that first decline. That was a lot steeper than it looked on the map, but got down it. Hopefully that's the longest and steepest decline I have to go down, but yeah, it seems like the traverse over to Kinsman Pond is going to be a little more difficult than I thought, but That's all right. Got a lot of time left. Got a lot of food. I'm feeling pretty good. So gonna keep going along. All right, so I'm going to Kinsman Junction, I believe. So looks like that's gonna be the hard way. There are a lot of trees down on the trail, and it's just very narrow and dense. Not overly easy to navigate with this massive bag, but doing the best I can. Seems like there's a little bit more snow over here. You know, some trails fine, and then other parts of the trail I've randomly just drop in 2 feet. You know, snow is definitely not melted yet. I mean, it's going up to my knees. All right, we're a quarter mile away from Kinsman Pond. All right, just got to the campsite to check it out. Assuming probably somebody has the shelter already, but we'll see. That's the shelter right there. Just put my stuff down. There's this couple staying there for the night. They offered if I wanted to share the place with them, but it doesn't seem too cold out tonight, so I might try to find a tent platform. But wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. Wow. All right, it's about 6 p.m. Gonna start making some dinner soon. But ended up just setting my stuff up in the shelter. So probably just gonna stay in there. It's better than setting up a tent and taking it down wet tomorrow morning. But it is very quiet up here. Right behind me is North Kinsman. Gonna do that in the morning tomorrow. And then right behind it, just disappeared in the clouds, but that's South Kinsman. So those are 2 high peaks. Hoping to check 2 more off tomorrow. The rest of the night, I just hung around the shelter, made some dinner, talked with the couple staying there, and got into my sleeping bag shortly after that to warm up. I did end up moving later in the night, though. All right, quick update. I did end up moving into my tent. I'm a pretty light sleeper and can't really tolerate snoring. They weren't snoring that bad, but I don't know. I had to get some sleep tonight, but it is absolutely coming down. I just had to put my tent up in the snow. Check this out. I mean, it is coming down. You can't really see it that well on here, but I'm sure you can hear it on the tent. It's about 9:45, 10 right now, so not that late. Still can get a decent sleep. Probably gonna listen to some music for a little bit and head to bed shortly after that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, all right. Just woke up. Pretty hard to get out of my sleeping bag, but definitely got a lot of snow last night. This is a 3-season tent, not really built for it, but held up pretty well. Gonna go make some breakfast and then pack the tent up. Taking off for North Kinsman. Just dropped my bag, or left it at the shelter, just so I can have a light load going up to that peak. Not sure if I'm gonna do South Kinsman yet. Gonna see how I feel once I get to North. Definitely blazing the trail out here. Doesn't look like anyone else has been on this trail yet today. All right, just made it to the top of North Kinsman. There are trees on top of the mountain, so there's not a great view. There is a little lookout down there, but it's pretty cloudy and snowy out, so probably not gonna go down there. Feeling pretty good, so I think I am going to send it to South Kinsman as well. I believe that is a bald peak, so hopefully it clears up a little bit and I get somewhat of a view. I know it's the White Mountains, but I did not expect to get this much snow in May. You know, great surprise, and honestly, I'd rather this than rain. Definitely makes it hard to maneuver over these steep rock faces. Hard to tell where the footholds are. I don't know if you can see that elevated surface in the middle of the trail there, but it's all the snow and ice. It got packed down by hikers throughout the season that just didn't melt. Kind of have been trying to stay on that, but it's a little scary because it's caving in some parts. All right, the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, assuming we're pretty close to the top. Well, this is it. This is the top of South Kinsman. Pretty tough visibility up here, a little more bald, but doesn't really matter because you can't really see too much anyway. You can only imagine how beautiful the mountains look today, covered in snow. But probably just gonna take a quick water break and then head back down to North Kinsman, back to the campsite, grab the pack, and make my way back to the car. All right, we're back on top of North Kinsman. Looks like there's some people up there. I'm gonna go check out the overlook. Seems like the sun's really trying to clear up, but still don't think there's gonna be visibility. Yep, so as expected, no visibility. Kind of a bummer. Haven't really seen any views this trip at all. But you know, it is what it is. Snow is still a pleasant surprise, and pretty good trip overall. Back at the campsite. That's where I slept last night. Shelter's over here. Gonna go take one last look at the pond and grab my bag. Maybe show you guys the shelter now that those people are out of there. Well, this is the lake. Still not too much visibility. Looks like a lot of the snow formed in the slush and it's the side of the lake. Pretty cool. I mean, this water is freezing still, obviously. Overall, not a bad campsite. I would definitely come back here again. You can imagine it's probably a pretty cool spot, especially in the summer. The guy that was staying here last night was saying that in the summer he swims in that lake, so probably a pretty cool spot to cool off. But I just went up to North and South Kinsman, left my bag in here. Definitely always want to leave your bag in the bear box just to make sure it doesn't get taken by a bear. That would not be fun. Yeah, this is the shelter. You can shut this thing at night. Room for decent amount of people to stay. Yeah, not bad. Actually gonna take a quick snack break first. Some cashews. Perfect timing. Right as I begin to descend, it looks like it clears up. I don't know if you can see that through the trees, but looking pretty clear. First section of going down this trail is pretty steep. I was told it was going to be, and then kind of flattens out, so I think this is going to be the worst of it. All right, so it looks like we're at the hut. All right, so that was pretty cool. Got some chocolate cake, coffee, and a Snickers. So this is Lonesome Lake. Pretty cool. All right, just got back to the car. Not a bad trip. Got some dry clothes on and got those wet boots off. And did really appreciate the surprise of more snow than I thought. But yeah, if you like that video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.